This week on CheckPoint.
Sort of like a word of wisdom.
He was utilized based on the fact that he's well known within KZN and he's got a church.
Another celebrity pastor accused of sexual abuse. This time in KZN. His victims speak out. And his faithful followers demand proof.
Ama recording izinto ezifakazi angayiveza yena.
So umuntu uzosedlengule bekhipha ifone record.
This is CheckPoint and I'm in Nkepile Mabuse. Police recently arrested an Ulundi pastor accused of being a serial sexual predator. The 38-year-old man is believed to have repeatedly raped at least 6 women. The women, all of them congregants, were between the ages of 16 and 19 when the incidents occurred. One of them says she fell pregnant with the preacher's child. The accusations have left the church divided, with followers loyal to the pastor demanding that the girls provide evidence of the alleged rapes. 2 of his alleged victims are currently in hiding. Because the pastor has not pleaded in court, we are prohibited from identifying him. He's currently out on bail. Producer Sebe Buthelezi and Cameron Tsapadlamini traveled to KZN to probe the allegations further.
What is the solution? Kubantu abangasebenzi, kubantu abalimele, kubantu abagulayo, kubantu abahlukumezekile, kubantu abaqala kabuhlungu lonyaka. There is a man. His name is Jesus. Number 1,
That's the voice of one of the high-profile guest pastors invited to a special New Year's broadcast at SABC's Ukhozi FM at the beginning of the year. Ukhozi is the biggest radio station in the country with more than 7 million listeners.
He was utilized based on the fact that he's well known within KZN and he's got a church and a following.
On Sundays, the same Ulundi pastor would often be featured on Dumisa, a 1-hour-long TV show, and Gospel Mix on independent channel 1 KZN. Many Christians in KZN believe he is gifted. Station manager Edwin Mwango is among those believers.
Sort of like a word of wisdom. Yes.
Edwin interacts with many pastors, but says this particular one stood out.
Angazi ngimbone umuntu ofile kanti akafile, make an example. So angazi ngimbone esukumise umuntu wheelchair kanti vele uyahambela, I make an example. Ngidala ngimbone eshumayela. Akazi ngimbone izinto ezingathi zi-strange.
Come out, Lazarus!
But like many of those who claim to raise the dead and heal the sick, this Ulundi pastor stands accused of having committed an unforgivable sin. Because the crime he's alleged to have committed is of a sexual nature, the Criminal Procedure Act prohibits us from identifying him until he pleads in a court of law. Last month, the pastor was arrested and charged with the rape of a former member of his congregation. This 24-year-old we'll call Zama is one of the pastor's alleged victims. In 2013, when she was in grade 11, the pastor and his wife offered her accommodation. She needed to attend evening classes and their house was near her school. Zama, who lived in a far-flung village, was able to attend class and church in the evenings. She says her nightmare began one evening after church.
Athi ucela siqale entabeni sothandaza, okay, sihamba sentabeni. Awu anasifika entabeni athi ufuna ukungikhulekela because nginenyoka la esinyeni. Then nabangikhulekela uphethe nengubo andlale phansi. Wathi ufuna ukufaka umunwe akhiphe lento ekimi. So I was crying because ngangizwe pain bengiyi-virgin isikhathi leso. Nakaqeda athi cause umuntu uyangilimaza ithi ayenze yena kungene yena kimi. Yes, wazama but then kwakubuhlungu ngale ndlela yokuthi angikhona ukubekezela wangiyekela kanjalo. The following day wayenza kanjalo until vele angibrekula virgin.
She says the following week, he tricked her into accompanying him to a wedding in a nearby village. But there was no wedding or guests at the place. She realized then that it was a ploy for him to rape her again. From there, she says it became so regular, she lost count. Still, she stayed with him to be closer to school and was afraid to speak out. One incident she remembers vividly happened in a Durban hotel room. This time, he had told her that they were going to visit his wife, who was indeed studying in Durban.
I don't remember what went on.
While she felt she couldn't leave the pastor's house because of school, her schoolwork soon began to suffer.
So I concentrated school and I failed grade 11. Now I fail, my mom would decide to move because being as well to
Zama is not the only one who accuses the pastor of rape. CheckPoint knows of at least 5 other girls. One of them is this 23-year-old we'll call Lubanzi.
Mangizoza shumayela ngivele nje ngicela ienga ukuthi lo muntu ukhuluma into angayazi ukhuluma into angayenzi uzenza msulo lapha ku rate kubeni azazi ukuthi umuntu onqule kangakanani.
She alleges that the pastor raped her in December 2016 and again in February 2017.
Wangibamba ngenkani, violate my rights, wang abuser, wang crush her into pieces, wang rape her, and I said no, ganing. Loku ngithi akangiyekele, aloku angibamba ngenkani, angirape ngenkani, nganginawo amandla ukulwa naye because wayeng overpower.
She says she felt pregnant and notified him.
Wasithi ena usathana uyangisebenzisa ukuthi kuwe yena. Usathana indlela umuyisa ngami. Wasithi usacela ukuthi ngithole umunye umfana engalala naye ukuze ngizothi ingane eyakhe.
Alone and with nobody to support her, she had a backstreet abortion.
Ngangalala ebusuku ngiba nama flashbacks ezinto ezenzakalile. Nginama nightmares, ngiphupha nokuphupha.
Both 1KZN and SABC say they didn't see this coming.
Yes, I was really shocked. I won't lie to you. It was like, it's unbelievable. Really? Can he do it? Wow. You know, it's really shocking. I won't lie to you.
But in November last year, the first alleged victim spoke to Northern KZN newspaper, Eyethu Baywatch. Last month, Ilanga also published an article about the pastor's arrest.
No, at that stage, the station was not aware of the allegations. But now that they've been brought to our attention, the SABC has taken the decision not to utilize Pastor until the law takes its course.
For now, it's obviously we can't work with him, you know, until he's cleared, you know. Yeah, because there's so many things, that the processes that he has to follow because of these allegations.
You know, it's difficult to know everything that happens in a person's personal life, but I think the stations need to use this as a learning curve and as an example to just make sure that they get the right people on the platforms.
After the break, the pastor's defenders say he's incapable of causing harm.
Mina ngimdala ngaka nje ubaba akaze ekhulume nento ebheke eceleni akaze ngimbone akaze ngimuzwe.